Gary, a 3-0 defeat today for the girls. In our opinion in commentary, it wasn't really a 3-0 game for the majority of it.
Yeah, it's, you look at the goals have kind of bookended the game really. We got off to a pretty poor start, losing the goal in the first minute, and Celtic started the game very well, and I think we kind of grew into the game, but unfortunately, you're playing top teams and they punished us at the end of the game.
So obviously, as you say, we're playing top teams at the moment. We got a really decent result, albeit a loss against Glasgow City just 2 weeks ago, and then an unfortunate defeat against Motherwell. Do you think that this defeat against Celtic will impact the players going into the next couple of games?
Don't think so, but as you say, the problem is it's the last word of each is they're all defeats, and there's a lot of good things. I keep saying I feel like it's a broken record. A lot of similar things in our matches, but ultimately we've got to do better. We've got to start this game better, and then we've maybe got something to hold on to. So actually, for large parts, I think we didn't look in difficulty today, but we've taken a chance with 15 minutes to go to change shape and push on and try and get back into the game and because we'd had a good spell at that point, and then a bit of misfortune I think at the corner. I'd like to see that one back, and then obviously Celtic are then confident with the 2-goal lead to go and finish us off. So, but that's what can happen sometimes. But there's plenty. I keep saying it to players, and they'll be feeling like I'm a broken record as well. A lot of good things, but ultimately we've got to produce when it matters.
Of course, it's really tough as well, considering there's a lot of injuries, suspensions, and obviously Tyree Birchall as well missing out today due to Celtic being our parent club. That couldn't have been easy for the team selection today. Yeah,
but it gave other people opportunities, and I think in terms of Josie and Tyree being unavailable, I think Noddy and Tara did really well for us. Noddy always gives everything. She's a lot of good qualities. She was unfortunate to not be in the team last week, and I think she gave us a lot of what we need in this type of game. And Tara, we just couldn't get that quality of pass for her, because I think she's very dangerous and she's a very good finisher. And I think we had a few opportunities at set pieces that never quite came to as much as we would like. But as I said, other players stepped in. Danny Pag came in today as well and had a solid game for her first game really of the year. So we asked a lot of her, and she did really well. But obviously we took her off to change the shape and push on. Unfortunately, we just didn't get enough time to kind of get to that point. But that's football.
And obviously on to next week now. It's a massive bottom of the table tie essentially against Partick Thistle, and we'll be coming up against a couple of our former players as well, in Amy Bullock and Dion Brown. Do you think that will maybe play into the hands of the girls a wee bit, that they know some of the Partick Thistle players?
I don't think so. I think everybody knows everybody in this league, more or less, out with the players that are coming in from overseas, so the majority of players are all familiar. I think it's an important game for both teams, but that brings its own focus, and like I've just said to the players there, if we're able to kind of produce what we've been producing, then we'll give ourselves a real good chance of winning that game. But ultimately you've got to go on the pitch and deliver, and that's what we need to do next week.
That's great. Thanks very much, Gary. Cheers.